So I was teaching myself how to like Photoshop. And then some of the Photoshops are terrible because then you start to learn about like, oh, the shadows like got to be there. You got to have the color like match each other.
Mhm.
So you start learning all this stuff and then you apply it to video editing too. And every day just watching tutorials on social media, checking, oh, what's like trending and all that stuff. And then Bleacher Report was posting those crazy ass video memes.
Man, I remember that.
Yeah. And I'm like, damn, man, that's cool. How do I do that? And then I was like, all right, how do you motion track? Because you can't do that in like Final Cut. And at that time, I was using Final Cut.
Mhm.
Now you start learning about Premiere, but a lot of people use Final Cut because it's easy.
Yes.
And it's a one-time, you pay for it and you own it forever.
Yes.
Adobe, you got to pay every year.
Mhm.
Anybody got time for that? Come on, man. But then you start to realize, man, Adobe is where it's at.
That's where it's at.
It is. Like, I can honestly say it's where it's at.
Mhm.
Way more features, all that stuff. So then I started doing like, all right, what's motion tracking? All right, motion tracking is only with After Effects. What's After Effects? Oh, it's part of the Adobe family.
Mhm.
Start using all that stuff. And then I made a bunch of video memes that went viral. This was during like 2016, during the NBA finals of the Cavs versus the Warriors.
That's where memes go crazy. Whether it's the finals, the Super Bowl, anything like that, memes are through the roof.
Especially now,
Mhm.
right? Well, especially back then. Now it's like, all right, we used to it.
Mhm.
Like, if it ain't revolutionary,
Yeah.
we seen it before. Like those basic head swaps,
That was like the beginning of
that was
it.
the beginning. That was like, yo, we never seen that before.
Okay.
Now it's just like a little bit more advanced. It's just like, all right, man, if it ain't got fireballs coming out of LeBron's like eyes or anything like that, we're not impressed,
Mhm.
right? So I made a bunch of the video memes. They went viral. But when I released them, I was tagging every single sports company, ESPN, TNT, Complex,
Okay.
Hypebeast, all of them. And I was just like, yo, hopefully, like, you know, they'll repost it. I wasn't even thinking about like getting employment. I was just like, yo, hopefully they repost it. I'll build up my following. But Complex reached out to me because it kept going viral. I think it was like a 7-game series. I forgot how many games, but maybe 6 or 7 games. And like, I had like 10 video memes. I would say like all 10 of them probably went viral.
Wow.
So they reached out to me and said, yo, we're actually looking for somebody to compete with Bleacher Report.
Mhm.
Because at that time, Bleacher Report was dominating,
Mhm.
making the best stuff. And they gave me the interview on like, I don't know, maybe like a Wednesday. That night, they gave me an offer.
Wow.
Yeah, no joke.
How did that feel?
It felt good because I was unemployed for 6 months.
6 months.
So it's kind of like, yo, I had no leverage,
Mhm.
right? So it's kind of like, yo, you either take this, which now looking back, I could honestly say, yo, they lowballed the hell out of me.
Absolutely. That's how it
Lowballed
goes.
the hell out of me.
That's the game.
But then it's like, yo, you got nothing. It's either zero or lowball.
Mm.
All right, give me it.
And you have to go through that sometimes to learn what the proper amount should be.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Life lessons, right?
Yeah.
So when they gave me the offer, I thought about it because Bleacher Report hit me up at the same time.
Oh, it was a bidding war.
I wouldn't say it was a bidding war. Yo, the hiring manager was literally on vacation that week when they gave me the offer. Okay. So I'm like, yo, I can't wait a whole week. I can't, like, you can't stall somebody out, right? Because if a company gives you an offer, they're expecting like, all right, we'll give you some time, but like 2 or 3 days, not a whole week.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just like, all right, you know what? I can't risk it because it was just an interview. It wasn't even an offer from Bleacher Report.
But I imagine that Complex is the better choice because Complex
I didn't know it at the time.
Bleacher Report wouldn't have needed you because they already have it.
Well, let me lay it out though. If you know Bleacher Report is already established, they got people who is making the video memes. You just self-taught yourself how to make video memes. You could probably learn a lot more from those that are there already.
That's fair.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Complex, you're the only one there. So technically, the pros are you get to carve your own lane.
Mm-hmm.
You get to do whatever you want in terms of video memes,
mm-hmm.
but you got nobody to learn from. What you taking?
I'm going to go with Complex.
I mean, now it's easy because we playing Monday morning quarterback because we know what happened.
We already
right?
know what happened.
Yeah. Yeah, so basically, I took the offer and I started working with Complex in July of 2016.
So you get to Complex, you're making these memes. How did Life at Complex come about?
So when I got hired, I immediately stopped posting on my channel, my personal YouTube channel. I stopped posting on my social medias. I was just every day I was just making memes for Complex. Frank Ocean got an album coming out. Yo, let's brainstorm. How do we make a meme for this? Uh, I don't know. A wrestling event happened. Yo, how do we make a meme for this? Grammys happened. How do we make a meme for this? So every day I was just like teaching myself still how to get better at After Effects. And they gave me this janky ass laptop that was slow as hell. I'm like, yo, it's taking forever to render these videos. Like,
they expecting you to make magic.
Yeah. Well, this is like all me learning as the years go by, right? It's just like, man, I wish I had a better laptop back then. But when they gave me the laptop, I'm just like, all right, I guess this is how it goes. I guess I got to wait like 25 minutes for the render to go through, and then I can like re-edit some stuff. But now looking back, it's just like, man, I could have used better equipment. But made a bunch of video memes. So I gave it some time, right? So it's from July when I got hired, I waited all the way until like, I want to say like October. That's when one of the guys at the office was like, yo, we got a corporate basketball game. Like, you want to join the team? Because we know you play basketball. I was like, yeah, of course. And at that time, right, you know, you gauging the environment is completely different from insurance company where everyone's in their own cubicle. They don't talk to anyone.
Oh, yeah.
It's like in the movies, man, where it's just like quiet. You can hear a pin drop. But in Complex,
very different.
And
we're going to talk about that some more.
Yo, you got hire us blasting rap music in the office out to the bullpen. You're just like, yo, what is this? It's almost like I don't know if you watched the movie Boiler Room with Vin Diesel.
I heard of that. I haven't seen it.
It's basically like a stock office where they're just doing daily trading and it's just loud and people just talking over each other like, yo, we gotta say, kind of like that, right? It's just like people socializing. So now I took those couple months to just gauge like, oh, this is like actually pretty wide open. Like people are pretty friendly. They're always interacting with each other. It's a lot of like collaboration. So then when they asked me to play on the corporate basketball team, I had my camera. I was like, yo, maybe I should document the games at night. But then I brought the camera into work. I'm like, yo, man, I got the camera here. Like, ain't nobody just want to watch a basketball game at nighttime. Let's try to document some of the what happens in the daytime. And I was sitting next to my coworker, Michael, and we have a good rapport. And we was just like, it's always like a tandem at that point where I would do the motion graphics. He would do like the template designs on Photoshop and I would just make a move. And I was just like, all right, yo, Mike, yo, we got these sneakers over here. Yo, let's talk about these sneakers over here. Boom, boom, boom. Or like a trending topic is happening today. Let's talk about this. Oh, okay. We done with these 2 clips. Yo, let's go to the other side where we go to the mailroom and talk to Jay. Boom. So I'm dropping all these names, but like they're different characters within the Life of Complex episode just for the viewers. But I had all these clips and at nighttime I already had that mentality in my mind that it's daily vlogging, right? Because I've done it in the insurance company.
Man, that's a lot.
Yeah. So making video memes in the day, had all these clips, bring it back home, editing throughout the night, publishing it the next day, right? Yo, at a certain point, you got no work-life balance.
The 9 to 5 and the 5 to 9, but you were probably up past 9.
Yeah, exactly. So I published the episode. Next day, colleagues were following me on Twitter. They're like, that's what you was doing yesterday? Yo, this is dope. We've never seen ourselves on video before or like just documenting what happened yesterday. Keep doing it. Please keep doing it. Can I be in your episode? Yo, let's go.
Wow.
Yo, let's do some silly stuff. Like, because nobody wants to like watch a video clip of, yo, what are we going to do for the Grammys? No, it's like do the stuff that you're going to do for the Grammys. Don't show us like the brainstorming session.
Yes.
I mean, some people want to see it, but like most of the time they just want to see the end result. So I started making more episodes daily. Did it for 2 weeks straight.
You were keeping it discreet too.
I was keeping it discreet. I wasn't telling anybody.
They were just finding it.
Yeah.
Or they followed you so they saw it.
Yeah, so for the viewers that are listening, I had a G7X, but I also had like a DSLR camera. This is like nerdy camera talk for those who like don't know what this is. Jordan, you know what this is.
Yes.
It's like G7X is a small handheld camera. It's kind of like a GoPro size. And I was using that to record clips. So like if like one of the higher ups saw me, I could easily like put the camera behind my back. Like, yo, we're not doing anything over here. Like, yo, we just working, we brainstorming. Right? Because you still got to like gauge. You don't want to get caught filming. But at the same time, you're publishing it on Twitter, right? Because like, you got to like, you want people to watch what you created. So then word started getting around the office after those 2 weeks, and I didn't realize this, but one of the higher ups, JLP, Joe LaPuma, he was watching every single episode.
Wow, he's a fan.
Yo, one thing about Joe, he's not gonna miss anything, bro. He might not tell you that
He
he's
might not
watching,
talk about it, but he saw it.
but he saw it, yeah. So
Okay.
he was watching it, but then he was also talking to NCB, who was another higher up for those listening. And they have a share of office where it's like right next to each other. So like they go back and forth and just like talk to each other, or they're slacking to each other, like, yo, check out this episode. So then after the 2 weeks, I get called into the office by NCB. I'm thinking like, yo, this is weird because I never talked to NCB.
Thought you were in trouble.
Of course, man. He's like, yo, NCB hit me up. He's like, yo, you got a couple minutes to talk, like right now?
Mhm.
Like, yo, this is weird, yo. Like anybody that goes into the office is like, it's almost like the principal calling on you. Yo, Jordan Shields, please report to the office.
Mhm.
Like, I ain't do anything.
Yeah.
Right? I go in there, he's like, NCB's like, hey, we saw what you've been doing for the last 2 weeks, and we just want to say, please keep doing it.
Wow, that had to feel amazing.
Yeah, hell yeah. I was like, oh man, they like it?
Because it's like now I don't have to be discreet about it anymore.
Yeah. Right? They opened the floodgates. But then also it's like, all right, how do I maintain this output?
Mhm.
But then obviously now looking back, right, you start to realize, okay, they were testing me.
Mhm.
They wanted to see how quickly I could flip this or like, turn this over.
Mhm.
Can I be consistent? Can I do it by myself? Does he need a budget to make episodes? And can this get sponsorship?
Right.
Checked off
All the boxes.
all the boxes. And, that's when they started pushing like, all right, let's just let him keep rocking. Let him keep rocking. But all these episodes were on my personal channel. It wasn't on Complex yet.
Mhm.
So it wasn't until that year, right? 2016, I just started vlogging. And I say that whole month, they saw the momentum. And then that year was the first year of ComplexCon.
Mhm.
And they were like, yo, your introduction to the Complex platform, YouTube platform, is when we fly you out to ComplexCon in Long Beach. And you're going to document it. And that's when we do the crossover from your personal channel to the Complex News channel.